had to press it this time.
We watched
The second Feast movie. Oh, you're shaking it. Feast 2, The Legend Continues.
Feast 2, Sloppy Seconds. This one has a slightly lower budget, but probably it's more entertaining overall. What? But look!
It's Molly. Afghanistan cat number 3. She's actually really, really sweet.
Yeah.
She came and, like, laid on me in the night. Now she got down. But yeah, so the characters are better, but the production value is worse, and the monsters are worse. Like,
yeah, the other one being set in a bar at night really, really helped it because you could cover up a lot of problems. This one, it's set in a whole town during the day, so it's harder to hide the fact that it's a bunch of
people in rubber suits. Really.
Yeah, it's you know how sometimes that happens when you got the single one and it's all day, or the few and they're really dangerous, and then the sequels there's like a lot more of them,
5 billion of them,
and they're easier taken out. Like look at what happens with Daleks in Doctor Who, and or even in Alien versus Aliens. But this one has more actors that we sort of recognized and were like, who the hell is that guy? Like this little person actor from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, who was also in the Left Behind remake, and I was like,
yeah, I've seen him do bit parts before.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, like, so the bartender survives, but he spends most of it dying. Not dying, just being, I'm so infirmed until I have to kick ass. Oh, I'm infirmed again. A guy got Phineas Gaged.
Yeah, which was awesome.
And there was this obnoxious woman who, like, believes in the power of, like, The Secret, the self-help book, the Law of Positive Attraction, where you just, like, hope for the best and it happens somehow.
Yeah.
Which is not how the world actually works, but...
And it's set right after the first one, even though it's filmed 3 years later. So the bartender's hair is bright white now.
It turned white from the shock and trauma.
Clearly.
Alright. But yeah, so a lot of people die the same way they died before. I feel bad because it's just kind of like the same thing.
Yeah.
This time a grandma that'll like
got melted.
Like Hispanic grandma got exposed to the toxic goo and melted. So I think that's going to be a theme, like one person gets puked on each time, so...
Yeah, this is one of the problems with these movie marathon things, that the films are quite often...
Degrade in quality.
Certain level of... It's not that, it's a certain level of repetitiveness. That's why you've got to have the tangents to sort of keep you going. That's why the alcohol helps.
Yeah. But it's like the afternoon, so I'm fixing this. No, I made it worse. Okay, you were right. This is the only way we can do it.
I am always right.
We don't have a tripod still, in case you missed the last film.
Tripod's in the flat.
But yeah, so there's a lot more blood. A baby dies in a way that you don't expect a baby to die. You're like, oh, this can't end well. No, it didn't. The baby died.
I was figuring that the barman was going to be like, have a twin in this one, because he seemed to have died in the first one, but it's the same guy. But then another character who died in the first one has a twin.
Yeah.
This one who was... they thought she was dead, so they tied her up with bombs, and they threw her
to blow up,
and then they set her out there to get eaten, and then they found out she was still alive, but they still blew her up anyway. So her sister turned up and wants to get revenge on people.
And they still didn't have the prostitute and the pool hustler and his brother from the last one, because they survived the last one. The
actors just don't want to come back.
They're like, oh, we survived somehow. So there. So the girl the honey pie, the cute waitress who knocked out everyone, she's still alive, and she gets her ear bitten off. In this one, so.
And the I'm definitely getting a machete.
By a human, not by one of the monsters.
By the bartender.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting a machete vibe from this, in that it starts off ridiculous and just builds from there.
Everywhere, just...
And I really hope there's a Machete 3, because I want to see them build from where they ended in the last one, because it's going to be fucking insane.
Yes, it stops like in the middle, just like this girl dies. You're like, oh, and then that's the credits. You're like, oh, yeah. Okay, if that's how we're doing it, I guess.
I'm hoping I'm hoping the 3 will be more ridiculous than the last one.
And there's a lot of unnecessary green screen.
Oh action. Yeah, it's like The Room, because it's like they're on a rooftop and they've green screened the sky and stuff. So like The Room, you've got this pretty obvious green screen where people are just standing what you could have filmed it on a roof. Be right back.
We think someone may be at the door, but I'll continue. I mean, you could have just, I don't know when this was filmed, but you could have just had like a drone camera up there doing those shots, so it could have been like filmed in real time on the roof. But yeah. What if I was green screened this whole time? We actually don't have any parents-in-laws, and the parents-in-law house set is just a green screen behind us. But we have to watch another one. Feast 3, the feasting. It's called Feast 3 Happy Endings. I have plans tonight, so I hope we can get through this quickly. The survivors are saved by a mysterious prophet, Shot Bus Gus, who seemingly has the ability to control the beasts. Oh, they're beasts now, I guess. Armed with new knowledge, the townspeople decide to fight back and destroy the creatures once and for all. So this must be the armed caravan they were waiting for. They're like, oh, there's an armed caravan coming in 15 hours, picking up survivors. We saw it on TV. But then, like, it feels like more than 15 hours passed during Feast 2, so this must be Shot Bus Gus, the armed caravan. So they're going to fight back once and for all. So that means we're going to have probably several... Oh, I dropped it. Probably several... We're going to get our shit together and kick the monster's ass montages. Because there's been at least one major one in each Feast movie so far, so... So yeah, it's not good. I wish we'd picked better movies to marathon, but at least we can say that we did it, and I'm off the hook for the next marathon, and there you go.
Sorry about that, chaps.
Is everyone still alive?
Yep.
Great. I was just wrapping it up for us and saying...
That was just, elderly next door neighbor wanted to chat.
Oh, is she alright?
Yeah, she's fine.
Is Babs okay?
Yeah, Babs is fine.
Babs is her cat that will sometimes poke her head up in the window and be fed.
Yes. Yes, there was drama with the bin men.
Oh. Well. Can't wait to hear how that turned out. So I read the synopsis of Feast 3.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah. So they know all that they need to know. I'm still shrinking into the couch.
Anyway, we have about a couple minutes. I know, I don't.
I could have said anything.
I possibly will watch this later.
Too late then.
We have a couple of minutes until the end of this tape, or the memory card, or whatever. We will see you soon for Feast 3. Happy endings.
Feasting.